In this video, I'm going to take you through a 10-minute osteoarthritis workout that you can do on a not so good day. So on a day where things are a little bit more sore, this is the workout for you. I have 5 exercises for you. We're going to do them twice. So we're going to have 30 seconds of rest and 30 seconds of work, if you can. If not, slightly longer rest and a slightly shorter exercise period is fine. First exercise is going to be a sit to stand, but I've modified it for you, made you a bit higher, which is going to make it a bit easier. Off we go. So, a couple of cushions on your chair so that you don't have to go so low. On those not so good days, it's all about making sure that you can keep moving, you can keep mobile. It might not be that you're doing exactly what you were doing before. From a difficulty perspective, it's all about giving you the knowledge and the tools that you can use to regress the variables and make them easier so that you can keep moving. And stop there. Well done. So, next exercise is just going to be some weight shifting from side to side. You could grab your chair, turn it around and hold on to the back of your chair. Excuse me, I'm going to face it away from you. You're just going to hold on, and all you're going to do is try and shift your weight from your left side and then onto your right side, just to see if you can improve a little bit of load tolerance through that sore joint. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. You don't have to shift all of your weight from one side to the other. Think about it in terms of percentages. 50-50 at the moment. It might be 60-40 that you're aiming to achieve. It might be 75-25. It might be that with time you can build up onto a mini single leg stand. All right, and well done. Stop there. Next exercise is going to be a step back, is what it says on the tin, but again, make sure you feel comfortable and confident, so hold on if you need to. All you're going to do is step back and then back into standing, and you're going to alternate between left and right. So step back, come back up, step back, come back up into standing. So hopefully not too difficult. 3, 2, 1. Like I said, this is all about keeping moving, keeping mobile, and giving you the tools and strategies that you need in order to manage a flare-up, because unfortunately they are a normal part of osteoarthritis and how it behaves and presents. It's rarely the case actually that we need to head down the invasive route because of a flare-up. They normally last a week or 2, but with appropriate management we can get things to settle, stop there, and importantly build you back up to what you were doing before and the things that you enjoy. Next exercise, we're going to get upper limbs involved, so we're going to get you doing a wall press, so a press up against the wall. Start off with arms just past shoulder width and about shoulder height, and then you can make it easier by bringing your feet closer to the wall. Further away will make it a bit more challenging for you. Sorry, I can't see the time. We're going in 2, 1, and off we go. Just aiming for face and chest towards the wall. And it's a really good idea to utilize upper limb exercise if you have a flare-up, particularly if you have lower limb symptoms. I'm going to explain why in a second. Well done. And stop there. Okay, last one is going to be marching on the spot. So very simple, start off small and we can get bigger. Going back to what I was saying about upper limbs. If you, obviously hips and knees are the most common thing to have arthritis in. Obviously you can have them in shoulders and hands and wrists and thumbs, but there is really good evidence to show that when you exercise, lots of holistic stuff happens. It's not just what's going on locally at the joint. If you move your knee, for example, it's not just good stuff going on at the knee. We're going to start marching on the spot. The whole system, the whole body starts to do positive things. And one of those things is releasing naturally occurring pain relief. So if you have a very sore knee and you have a upper limb workout, even in the chair, that's to a moderate intensity, that has been shown to help with pain relief in the knee without you even moving your knee. 2, 1, and stop there. So incorporating some upper limb exercise as part of your flare-up management strategy so you can keep moving, keep mobile, and keep fit and healthy is a very good idea. So that's round 1 out of the way. Round 2 is your modified sit to stand. Why not, if you're feeling brave, get rid of one cushion, make it just a touch lower. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. It's just about building up a little bit of tolerance in that sore joint or those sore joints. There's no harm in progressing a little bit if you're warmed up and stiffness has improved and you're warmed up and confidence has improved. Psychology is massive when it comes to osteoarthritis. Well done. 2, 1, stop there. Okay, right. Slightly easier one next was your weight shift. So just shifting that weight from left to right. Just going off to the left, off to the right. I'm going to do it facing you so that you can see me. Try and keep your trunk upright. If you want to hold on to something, you can. Nice easy one to do the back of the chair or kitchen surface. Waiting for the kettle to boil, waiting for the microwave to ding. 3, 2, 1, off you go. And like I said, just try and build up to getting a bit more weight over to that affected side. But just do what feels comfortable. The whole point of exercise for osteoarthritis is that it's dosed and administered in a personalized and bespoke way. Millions and millions and millions of people have osteoarthritis. 2, 1, stop there. And therefore, what worked for somebody might not work for somebody else, and vice versa. It's about taking a bit of ownership, a bit of control, working out what works for you, finding a baseline with the exercise. This time we're doing the step backs, finding a baseline that your symptoms are happy with, and then slowly building up from there. Alrighty, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, off we go. And that's one of the reasons that the whole being given a generic sheet of exercise doesn't work very well, because it isn't bespoke, it isn't personalised, and therefore it's either too easy, it's too hard, it makes your pain worse, and then that is a real slippery slope, because the perception at that point is that exercise is not helpful, or even worse, harmful, and that's a slippery slope to doing less and less and less. Well done. Okay, brilliant. Next one was the wall press. So the press ups against the wall. Have a breather, have a drink of water if you need to. Get your breath back. We're going to do the wall press, and then we've got marching on the spot, and then that is our 10 exercises done. All right, so we've got 10 seconds left. I'm going to get the upper limbs involved now. Getting the shoulders, chest, upper back, and off we go. So make yourself comfortable position away from the wall, and then you're going to do your press ups. If arms are actually okay and you want to progress this a bit, you could always do it on an incline. So with your press ups, the more horizontal you are, the harder it's going to be. You could do this on a kitchen surface or a dining room table to make it a bit more difficult. And stop. Well done. Okay, last exercise is your marching on the spot. So just getting those knees and arms pumping. If in round 1 you found it pretty easy, why not think about trying to drive those arms and knees a bit higher? So maybe try and aim for getting them a bit higher than last time. If you're feeling really brave, then you could maybe aim for a sort of 90 degrees at the hip and the knee. Let's give it a try. Don't worry about what I'm doing, just worry about what you're doing. No one's watching, you just do what you feel comfortable with. So, marching on the spot, getting that heart rate up, getting things moving. If you're having a really sore day, then you can just do really small ones. All right, so it's just about finding a level, that you're happy with. But it is also about consistency, routine, structure. Stop there. So Rome wasn't built in a day. If you are using exercise to manage your osteoarthritis, it is about consistency over a prolonged period of time, not trying it for 2 or 3 weeks and giving it up because it hasn't worked. So that's your 10 minutes done. I really hope you find that helpful. If you did and you would like some more knowledge and education about how to manage your osteoarthritis independently, I have recently written a comprehensive 70-page, 12-chapter guide. It's called the Ultimate Osteoarthritis Self-Help Guide. If you'd like a bit more information about it, there is a link in the description below the video. And there are lots more osteoarthritis workouts on the Genuine Physio YouTube channel, so take a look at your leisure, and whilst you're doing that, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.